Do you want to avoid making mistakes? Well, what I know now is this: life doesn't give us do overs, but it does give us wisdom. As I look back over my life, there are 10 things I wish I had done before I turned 50. My hope in sharing these is to help you see what matters most right now while you still have time to act on it. So let's get into it. So, if I could go back in time, the very first thing I would do is spend more time with the people I love. Look, I lost my son in 2022, and the truth is, I'd do anything to have just one more day with him. It taught me that the little things, the conversations, the hugs, the time spent just being together are the big things. Don't wait for the perfect time to be present with your loved ones. The time is now. The second thing I wish I had done before I turned 50 is to start my own business. I wish I had started my business so much sooner. I kept thinking I didn't have time or I didn't have the resources to start a business with three kids. But the truth is, you don't have time not to. Look, financial freedom doesn't come from working for someone else. I spent years using my skills and energy in a job that did not pay me what I was worth. What I know now is that owning your own business, even if it starts small, is worth more than building someone else's business. If there's a vision inside you, don't wait until everything is perfect. Start now. Look, I am a master, not procrastinator, but a master perfectionist. I mean, my mind will literally go through all the worrying and the doubt and the future planning, all because I want things to be set up perfectly. Do not do this. You will literally waste time in order to wait for things to get perfect.
What I know now is this: reinvention doesn't happen by accident, it's intentional. It takes guidance and it takes showing up. Subscribe to this channel if you're ready to reset your life after 50 with real stories, practical tools, and the kind of support that you wish you had years ago. Don't miss this chance. Subscribe.
The next thing I wish I had done before I was 50 was let go of toxic relationships. Look, if you are in a toxic relationship, let it go. It is a complete waste of time and energy. Look, for a long time, I held on to relationships that kept me stuck and feeling bad about myself. I thought love meant staying, even when staying was destroying me. But when I did let go, I felt bad at first. I felt like I wasn't a good person for letting go. But now I know that letting go sets you free and makes space for when you release toxic people. The next thing I wish I had changed was being humble. I used to think that being humble meant never talking about my needs, my ideas, or what I wanted. And because of that, I stayed quiet when I should have spoken up. Now I understand that my voice is my power. Speaking up doesn't make you arrogant, it makes you authentic. Don't give away your right to be heard. Next, I wish I had taken my mental and emotional health more seriously. For years, I kept chasing love and approval from my mother, and it never came. And because of that, I spent so much time questioning my worth. I didn't know how to manage my emotions. So whenever I felt scared, misunderstood, or out of place, my pattern was to abandon the situation. I would leave the job. I would walk away from opportunities, and I stayed stuck. Now, look, learning how to process emotions, set boundaries, and give yourself compassion is what allows you to move forward instead of running away. I wish I had learned that earlier in my life. I also wish I had been more disciplined with my money. Instead of just working for money, I wish I'd made money work for me through saving and investing. Even small, consistent investments add up over time. Financial freedom isn't about luck, it's about planning and discipline. If I had started earlier, I'd be much further along today. But it's never too late to start managing your finances right now. Now, this one, it's not as serious as some of the other ones I regret, but it is important. I wish I had traveled more, not just to see the world, but to see myself differently. Every trip I've taken has taught me something new, not just about the places I visited, but about who I was becoming. Travel opens up your perspective. It reminds you that life is bigger than problems and that there's beauty outside your routine. Even short trips can shift your mindset. I wish I also wish I had been more disciplined with my money earlier. Instead of just working for money, I wish I had money work for me through saving and investing. Even small, consistent investments, they add up over time. Financial freedom isn't about luck, it's about planning and discipline. If I'd started earlier, I'd be much further along today. But it's never too late to start managing your money now. Next, I wish I had traveled more, not just to see the world, but to see myself differently. Every trip I've taken has taught me something new, not just about the places I visited, but about who I was becoming. Travel opens up your perspective. It reminds you that life is bigger than your problems and that there's beauty outside your routine. Even short, small trips can shift your mindset. 8. I stopped waiting to feel ready. I spent too many years waiting for the right time, the right opportunity, the right amount of confidence. The truth, you'll never feel fully ready. Look, I wish I'd learned earlier that progress comes from action, not permission. You don't need anyone to tell you it's your time. You decide this for yourself. 9. Nurture your inner growth. One thing I wish I had done sooner is focus on my inner growth. I was so busy chasing my goals, improving myself, and raising kids that I neglected the spiritual practices that could have kept me grounded. Faith, whatever it looks like for you, gives you strength when life shakes you. If I had learned this earlier, I would have had more peace in the storms. I would have had more peace when my son passed. I would have had more peace when I went through a divorce. The point is, I wish I had practiced my faith. 10. I wish I had believed in myself without apology. Look, these are the 10 things I wish I had done before turning 50. But here's the thing, I'm not sharing these to dwell in regret. I'm sharing them because it's never too late. Every day that you wake up, you have the chance to start over. Whether you're 40, 50, 60, or beyond, your next chapter is waiting for you, and you don't have to do it alone. If this spoke to you, download my free career and life reset guide, link below.